Hello students, how are you? Good morning. Today we'll start the chapter number 14, Chemical Effects of Electric Current. Here we have learned earlier that the materials which allow electric current to pass through them are called good conductors of electricity. On the other hand, materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them easily, and these are known as the poor conductors of electricity. Here, similar to many solids, some liquids also conduct electricity. Now, conductors, substances which allow electricity to pass through them are called conductors. Such as example, silver, gold, that is acidic solution, salt solution, etc. are good conductors of electricity. Now next, what is a circuit tester? So here, for that, join the free ends of tester together here, and this complete the circuit of the tester and the bulb should glow. However, if the bulb does not glow, it means that the tester is not working. Now, uses of this circuit tester to use whether the material is a good electrical conductor or not. How to use circuit tester? So here, for that, the tester to test whether a liquid allows electric current to pass through it or not, or any materials like a bulb or anything, it pass the electric current or not. So we can easily find out these are the poor conductor or which are the good conductors. Now how to use circuit tester? If the bulbs lights up, it means that materials allows electric current to flow through the closed circuit. Now, good conductors and bad conductors. Substances which allow electric current to pass through them easily are called good conductors of electricity, such as silver, gold, aluminium, iron, etc. So, all these are good conductors of electricity. Some substance allows electric current to pass through them, bulb, in very little amount. Therefore, such substances are called bad conductors of electricity, rather than being called as insulator. Electric conductors are materials that allows electric current to flow through them. Examples: salt water, metals such as copper, aluminium. These are the and non-metals like graphite as a form of carbon is a one type of the graphite. So all these example are the electrical conductors. Now electric insulators. Electrical insulators are materials that do not allow electric current to flow through. Examples: plastic, wood, rubber, glass. So all these are the example of electrical insulator. So current cannot be passed through the plastics, wood, rubber and glass. So these are known as the electrical insulators. Now liquids. Liquids which contain salt dissolve in them. Conduct electricity. The conduction of electricity through a liquid can be tested using two electrodes and bulb. But the conduction of electricity through the liquids which are poor conductors cannot be tested. But the conduction of electricity through such liquids can be tested using LED or magnetic compass needle. Here, for that you need a compass needle, an empty matchbox, two electric cell, some wires, plastic bottle cap and the liquid which is to be tested. Keep the compass needle inside the empty tray of matchbox and wrap the couple of rubber bands around it. Connect the wires to the battery and insert the two wires in the liquid which is kept in the plastic bottle cap. You will observe that why the current flows through the wires. There is deflection in the compass needle. This shows that the given liquid conducts electricity. In fact, magnetic compass needle can affect even feeble current. LED can also be used in place of compass needle. Now we discuss about the salts. Salt dissolved in water are the responsible for the conduction of electricity through the water. Tap water, acid solution, base solution, etc. are good conductors of electricity. Distilled water is the poor conductors of electricity because no salt is present in the distilled water. So in distilled water, current cannot be passed. Now the test electrical conductivity of liquid. Now we have to place the two aluminum plates as shown in figure. We take the two aluminum plates and connect it. One end connect with the small bulb and small bulb is connected with the cell and cell is connected with the other plates of the aluminum plates. Now if the bulbs lights up, a closed circuit is formed, then bulbs will glow here. Some liquids are good conductors of electricity. For example, tap water, salt solution, hydrochloric acid, sodium hydroxide. It is a solution of acid, base and salts are conductors of electricity. And some examples, that is some liquids are poor conductors of electricity. Example, distilled water, sugar solution, kerosene, spirit, etc. The current cannot be passed. So these liquids are known as the poor conductors of electricity. If the bulb is glow, in a closed path, then these are good conductors of electricity. And if bulbs will not be glow, then these liquids are known as the poor conductors of electricity. Now we discuss about the chemical effects of electric current. When electric current is passed through a conducting solution, some chemical reaction take place. First example we take, when electric current is passed through the water, water dissociates into the hydrogen as well as oxygen. As we know that the chemical formula of water, that is H2O, that is two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen are there. So it will be water dissociate into hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen is deposited over the negative pole and oxygen is deposited over the positive pole. The deposition of hydrogen and oxygen at different poles is visible in the form of the bubbles. Here we can be discuss about that is chemical effects of electric current. Okay, that is cathode and anode plate. We can be observed here. For that here we require the two copper sulfate as the two copper plates of the same size, and take the distilled water in a clean and dry off beaker and dissolve the two teaspoons of copper sulfate inside it, and add few drops of dilute sulfuric acid to copper sulfate solution. Clean the copper sulfates with the sandpaper. Now rinse them with the water and dry them. Connect the copper plates to the terminal of battery and immerse them in copper sulfate solution. Now allows the current to pass for about 50 minutes. Remove the electrodes from the solution and look at them very carefully. So when electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, copper sulfate dissociates into copper and sulfate. The free copper gets drawn to the electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery and get deposited on it. From the other electrodes, copper plate, an equal amount of copper gets dissolved in the solution. Thus, the loss of copper from the solution is restored and process continues. This means that copper gets transferred from one electrode to the other electrodes. Now electroplating. Electroplating is one of the chemical effects of electric current. Electroplating is a chemical process using which a metal is conducting with that is coated with layers of another desired metal. Electroplating is done on the metal shining. Electroplating is done over the articles made of iron to make the iron shiny and to prevent iron from getting rusted. For example, wheel rims, handle of cycle, etc. are made shiny by the method of electroplating. Here we discuss about the process of electroplating. In the process of electroplating, metal salt solution is taken in the container, that is in beaker. Salt of metal is chosen which is to be coated over another metal, and metal which is to be coated is deep inside the solution and conduct with the negative pole. Metal for desired coating is connected with the positive pole. So in this process we require, that is electroplating, we can be observed. The process of depositing a layer of any desired material of another material, it means of electricity, is called electroplating. It is one of the most common applications of chemical effects of electric current. Here the same process here, that is we take the two copper plates here and we take the one beaker and take the two suspended copper plates here, and both the copper plates are connected with the wire with a battery, and negative terminal of battery is connected with the another copper plate. Now inside the beaker we should be add some solution which should take the copper sulfate solution. Now when we press the key of the battery, the current will be passed through the solution. So here we can be observed that when electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, the copper sulfate dissociate into the copper as well as sulfate. The free copper gets drawn to the electrode connected to the negative terminal of the battery and gets deposited on it. And from other electrodes, copper plate, an equal amount of copper gets dissolved in the solution. The loss of copper from the solution is restored and process continues. This means that copper gets transferred from one electrode to the other electrodes. Here, these are the processes, all these things, how the electroplating is made. That is first, that is copper strip, and another is metallic spoon. So, copper is transferred from one place to, it will be transferred into the metallic spoon in a copper sulfate solution. This is another process that will be here. Similarly, silver also, and gold also, gold anode. Okay, so these are the process of electroplating. Now, use of electroplating. As we discussed, that is electroplating, the process of depositing a layer of any desired metal on another material by means of electricity is known as the electroplating. It is one of the most common applications of chemical effects of electric current. Electroplating is very useful processes. So first use is that in water pipes which are made of iron are coated with the copper layer of zinc metal by the process of electroplating. Zinc is less reactive than the iron and thus prevents the iron pipes from getting rusted. Another application, that is rims of wheel of cycle, cars, etc. are electroplated with the chromium metal. Layer of chromium metal give them shiny appearance and prevent from the rust. Another method that will be used for electroplating in ornaments made of silver. As we know that the ornaments made of silvers and other cheap metals are electroplated with the gold to give them appearance like gold. Here, tin cans used for the storing of food are made of electroplating tin into the iron. Tin is less reactive than iron, thus food does not come into the contact with iron and is protected from the getting spoils. Another that is method is used, iron is used to bridge and automobiles to provide strength. However, iron tends to corrode and rust. So a coating of zinc is deposited on iron to protect it from corrosion and formation of rust. Okay, thank you. Here we are complete this chapter.